Alright, what is up everyone? I am back with some more Persona 5 Royale. I was just checking that. Anyways, and where I last left off, well, it's the day before Haru is technically supposed to get sold off to the douchebag guy that I honestly don't even care what his name is. And right now I'm technically eating food, but before I do anything, I'm gonna go to the maid cafe. Because I'm trying to go for another trophy.
Hey, hey.
And I think I need to come here one more time after this one.
Welcome home.
Welcome home, Master. So, what will your order be? Sincere omelet, which I feel like the same thing happens every single time. The only reason why I buy it is because I'm trying to get the most points possible.
Let's see. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's literally
What
the
did
same
you
thing.
say?
As long as I say it's fine, makes you, or increases my kindness, which is always nice. And you get increased charm for being here as well, but I'm already maxed on charm.
Oh, sorry about that. Take care.
Alright, so one more time. I'm gonna be eating a bowl of cereal while I let this play out, so I'm just gonna mute myself. Hopefully. Sorry for messaging you all this early in the morning. It seems my father will be holding an urgent press conference.
Guess Okumura finally had his change of heart. That has to at least lift some of the burden on Haru's shoulders.
For real, congrats. When is that going to be? 8 p.m. tonight? I wonder if you'll talk about the mental shutdowns. Where should we watch it? Why don't we go together, or get together beforehand? Sounds good. I don't really have a reason for meeting up, but it still might prove beneficial. Anyway, how does the Shujin Academy rooftop sound? I actually happen to have some business up there. Sounds good to me. It's been ages since I was last there. Wait, the school? Futaba, make sure you come in through the front entrance. See you all there after school.
Wait, where's Yusuke? If he's still asleep at this point, he's definitely going to be late for school.
Alright, can I mute myself now? At this point, I don't care. I'm just going to.
I just remembered. You.
This is it.
Yes.
All right, that's it for today.
It's finally lunchtime. Man, I'm really in the mood for some bread today.
Hey, can I speak with you for a moment? So about Dr. Maruki's counseling, you've already gone to see him, right? I see. That's good then. I'm sure you're aware, but Dr. Maruki's term here will be ending pretty soon. The higher-ups told me to make sure you've received adequate counseling. Be sure to visit him so you don't bring any unwanted attention to yourself, okay?
Counseling, eh? But anyway, let's go get lunch. Bring on the bread!
Senpai, so nice to see you. I've been doing quite well. Are you also about to eat lunch, Senpai? If it's all right with you, would you mind eating together?
I'm about to die. I'm sorry for honestly having myself muted through that entire question thing, but I mean, like, as I'm still eating my bowl of cereal, not gonna lie, I almost spit out my cereal the second she showed up, because I was not expecting it. Whew. Sure.
Ah, how nice to see you two together.
Oh, would you like to join us for lunch, Dr. Maruki? We were just discussing eating together.
Are you sure? Well, maybe I will tag along then.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
Is that your lunch, Yoshizawa-san?
Well, she is an athlete.
That doesn't really...
I have to eat this much to stay active. I always burn through everything I eat. From my point of view, it's your two lunches that are the issue here. If you're going to strengthen your body, you have to eat right. You should really work on your diets.
Touche.
Let's go, Kasumi, let's go.
And you're right, yours does look nutritious. You know, you seem to be giving off a different vibe lately.
Yes, I was able to put my problems in the past and move on.
Ah, so that's what it is. You don't seem to be overexerting yourself either.
I'm sorry I'd worried you.
Oh, not at all. It's wonderful to hear how you've been.
Not gonna lie though, if Kasumi were to be seeing me eating this bowl of cereal, she'll probably slap me in the face.
I must admit, I'm a bit surprised. If you don't mind my asking, was there some kind of reason for this breakthrough?
Well, it's all thanks to him and his acquaintances. I suppose you could say they gave me a reason to rethink things. Or, more like, a reason to stand up to my problems. Isn't that right, Senpai?
That's right.
Stand up to your problems, eh? You've grown to be very strong, Yoshizawa-san.
Mm-hmm. I'm totally over it now. Sorry for talking so much. Why don't we focus on our lunches? Thanks for the food! Oh, I forgot. I have PE next. I should get going. Please excuse me.
Yoshizawa-san really does seem to have found her footing. She seemed absolutely tormented about her situation just the other day. I have to say, this drastic change has really knocked me for a loop. Perhaps the Phantom Thieves changed her heart?
Anything's possible.
I was just joking. Looks like time's up. You should head back to class as well. See you around.
Alright, can I... Well, I'm already pretty much finished with my cereal at this point. I guess it's a good thing too that I finished it. Again, though, I do apologize for me muting myself through the entire one where I was supposed to answer a question. But, anyways, son of a... Freaking, I really need to get a new charger. You want to meet up on the rooftop after school, yeah? Rooftop? What is this about? Oh yeah, you weren't there. Can you come to our school rooftop after your classes today? I don't quite understand what is going on, but sure. Is Haru at school? I'm heading over now. Things were a little hectic this morning. I'll be there before classes end for today. That reminds me, your flower bed is on the rooftop. Flower bed? That's right, the season is good, so I'm thinking of transplanting them sometime soon. Flowers are an excellent hobby. I will gladly assist you. We'll help too. Really? Thanks. Alright, I'll see you all I'll see all of you after school. Sorry, it took me a second to realize what I was saying.
So you're the one who grew these, Senpai?
You can just call me Haru. The seasons are changing soon, so I thought it'd be nice for the plants to change as well. This time, it's a Yusuke Kitagawa production.
All I did was add some, how do I put it, aesthetic simplicity by balancing the color placement. Furthermore, Haru chose the flowers herself. It will surely be a great bed no matter the arrangement.
I'm looking forward to it.
Why don't we plant you, Mona?
Weren't you a shut-in until just recently? You'd better photosynthesize while you're here. Well, let's get started.
Perhaps the Snapdragon should go 2 more millimeters to the left.
That's not gonna make a difference.
Hey, you know how we're thinking of the school festival as our celebration party? Anyone else think we should have a real celebration on top of that?
I must agree. It would be not only a celebration, but a welcoming as well. I'd like to do something among ourselves.
Let's do it then. A joint party to celebrate and to welcome Haru.
Oh, you don't have to do that. The school festival is more than enough. How is everyone else supposed to get excited if the star of the party's not into it? Well then, how about a night party at Destinyland?
By Destinyland, do you mean that Kingdom of Dreams?
It would be a bit late, but there are some plans that allow us to rent out the park for the night.
The entire park? You're talking about the Destinyland, right?
Didn't you say you'd like to do something amongst ourselves?
I did, but
Hold on, I'll go check.
She really thinks like a celebrity.
The heck's she gonna check?
Guys, it looks like it will work.
We're really gonna have it at Destinyland? Not like one of the restaurants, but the entire park? Even just for one night, the price is insane!
Oh, that won't be a problem. We had originally booked it for a company party, then had to call it off because of the scandal. We'd barely get anything back if we cancel the reservation, so why not take advantage of it?
wouldn't that be oddly conspicuous, though?
It's still officially under the company's name. We needn't worry.
In that case, let's do this. We'll just celebrate twice as hard today.
I'm sorry for disrupting everyone. You did come to help me after all. Well, let's get back to it.
So, seriously, how much does it cost? For real?
It seems like we'll be having our celebration at Destinyland tonight. I like how Ryuji's like, seriously though, how much does it cost? Yeah.
That was delicious.
The food was arranged on my plate as though it were paint on a canvas.
The staff brought out this table and food just for us.
Oh, I forgot about that. Those cat ears, though. Kind of ironic, considering her given nature in the palace.
I thought if we were going to dine together, it would be better to do it somewhere with a view.
The VIP life is incredible! Not that I'd expect anything else from a private rental.
There really is no one else here. We are the rulers of the Kingdom of Dreams. Is this lighting just for our sake as well?
That's right.
It's beautiful.
It's not as beautiful as you. That's the kind of stuff couples say, right?
Almost anyone would fall for that line in front of a sight like this.
Lady Ann, this view is not as beautiful as...
Come on, you guys are getting way too excited about this stuff.
You say that like you're not tapping into your inner child too, Ryuji.
This is just because Futaba kept nagging me to put him on.
I did not.
You said something like that.
Ryuji, you're the adult.
Well, yeah, but...
Whoa, look at you being all obedient. Is the Destinyland charm rubbing off on you?
My, this is so heartwarming.
Honestly, I would have liked to see the parade as well. But given how sudden the request was, they couldn't get enough staff together to do it.
Perhaps that will have to wait until next time.
Either way, this party's totally the best one so far. It's freaking amazing!
I'm glad to see you're enjoying it. Be careful, Haru. You've shown these guys what luxury means. This'll really raise the bar for our next celebration party.
You're already talking about our next party? Don't you think that's somewhat premature?
Seriously? And that party will be for me!
Still, how do I put this? I met Mona-chan. I got to know you all. Isn't everything going a little too perfectly? It's actually a bit frightening. You worry too much. I must just be overly cautious because of my circumstances up till recently. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
Hey, isn't it almost time? You know, for the press conference?
Oh, perfect timing!
Father.
Deep sigh.
Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to gather here. Today, I'd like to elaborate upon the whole truth behind my company's labor situation. How my employees were forced to work under severe conditions. How lax we were with sanitation. And how my corporation acted as a whole to cover up every facet of this scandal. For all of this, I wholeheartedly apologize.
So are you saying all of this was done under your orders?
Spaceport of Greed.
Yes. I am solely responsible.
We heard that dozens of your employees were forced to resign due to mysterious illness. Furthermore, these happened to be officials who stood against your proposal for overseas expansion. The same thing also happened to executives at competing companies who were looking to expand abroad. Is all of this true?
Yes.
Was it all coincidence? We'd like some answers.
About that. I have a critical piece of information to announce here today.
Here it comes. Okuma is going to say who's really behind the mental shutdowns.
Okumura-san?
Yeah.
Huh? Father? Why did he collapse?
That didn't look right at all.
Don't tell me. Mona-chan, what's going on? No, that's impossible.
You did everything the same.
You're right. We followed all the same steps. We made sure we just took the treasure, too.
I should call home. This isn't our fault, is it? It's been okay all 4 times so far, ever since Kamoshida.
If we let the shadow live, the real person won't undergo mental shutdown, right?
That's how it should work.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
What's wrong?
This is the same. I remember now. It's just like what happened to my mom.
So this is the moment when mental shutdown occurs.
But why did they target Okumura-san?
Damn it! What the hell's going on here?
I have to go. I'll talk to the staff before I leave. Feel free to take your time.
Haru!
This ain't our fault, right?
I'd like to think so.
Some welcoming party, huh?
I'll get in contact with Haru later. For today, I think we should all return home.
It's been a while. What are you watching? That's...
This is just a hypothesis, but perhaps Okumura was bitten by his lapdog.
Are you implying that the Phantom Thieves triggered a sudden mental shutdown on Okumura?
There might have been a falling out of sorts, so the Phantom Thieves abandoned a useless employer.
Not exactly the Phantom Thieves, but that isn't a bad thought to have.
And to cover their tracks, they dealt with Okumura.
I hate to bring this up, but I'm actually here about that.
Did you find any evidence?
No. Actually, there's a chance that the party behind these aren't the Phantom Thieves, but someone else.
How do you mean? You were suspecting the Phantom Thieves as well.
It is still hypothetical at this point, but I don't want to rule it out.
We're searching the Okumura residence tomorrow. Same with Shujin and its principal. We will find evidence on this, no matter what it takes. By the way, I wanted to ask you something.
Yes?
You haven't looked at my laptop or taken files from it without my permission, have you?
That's quite out of the blue.
There were traces that someone transferred data from it. It was only a small error pop-up, but I noticed it immediately after I had that argument with you last month.
And that's why you suspect me? Oh, please, give me a break.
Are you saying you didn't?
As a detective myself, I honor the value of information, as well as the effort invested in it. I take pride in what I do. I thought you, of all people, would understand such values, Sai-san.
I apologize. But then, who stole my data? I let my guard down. They're mine. I'm the one who will catch them.
Did you see the news? Did you see he collapsed during the interview? This is serious. That was gruesome. Wish they put some sort of warning on the video. They said President Kumura died. Really? Whoa, you're right. I just saw a news report about it. So, about Haru's dad, the news said it was a cardiac arrest. There's a chance he'll pull through, right? I hate to say this, but usually after such a report, the only thing that follows is a confirmation of death. No, Haru, Why is this happening? Can someone die simply from having a mental shutdown? I don't know. I suppose it's possible that the shock could kill a person. Haru did mention how her father wasn't in the best of health. But for him to just up and die, this has gotta be some kind of joke. Are we responsible for his death? But I thought it was supposed to be fine as long as we didn't kill their shadow. Ain't that what you said, Morgana?
It should have been okay. It should have been.
You said it should have been okay. Yeah, there's no point getting mad at Mona for this. I heard the same thing too, you know. In any case, let's compose ourselves for now. We need to act normally in public, but keep Haru in our minds.
Damn, this doesn't make any sense. Why he suffered a mental shutdown is one thing, but what are we supposed to do from here on out? Let's go to bed.
Already figured. You know. Another reason why a deep sigh occurred before that happened, which I guess you could say I was revealing, you know, that something bad was gonna happen.
Inmate.
But I just didn't want to say exactly what it was, because like I said, I've played this game before, and granted, yes, there are new things, obviously, like the thing that happened on October 3rd, where the whole thing with Kasumi, that wasn't a thing before. And of course, talking with Kasumi and Maruki, like, also wasn't a part of the original game as well. But certain aspects to this is still story related, or same as Persona 5, like the original game. And really, if you wanted to, I mean, because it's only $20 if you want to get the original game and not have, like, the Royal Edition. Because the Persona 5 is actually is on PlayStation Hits, which is why it's $20. Because all PlayStation Hit games are $20. And if you want to play through, because you would experience pretty much the whole thing that happened to Akumura anyways, that would have still happened. But if you were to play that version aside from Royale, you would also experience things like, for example, A, you wouldn't be able to really broadcast what you're experiencing because the entire game is a block scene. B, there's also no grappling hooks, and no will seeds in the palaces. The palaces will still be pretty much similar to that extent, but it won't have will seeds or anything like that. And you could still purchase the DLC to have Messiah, which isn't as overpowered as Izanagi, and at the same time too, they don't have like little special abilities where, you know, like with Izanagi, where the more I fill up the Persona Compendium, the stronger, like the more attack and defense I'll get. Well, there isn't that in Persona 5 either. So there are some unique differences, you know, little things here and there that are minor, but still rather game-changing. But at the same time, the general basis, like the story and everything, is still pretty much relatively the same. Apart from a few little things added here and there, just to give it the whole Royale feel.
Our master has an important matter to discuss with you. Heed his words well.
Oh, son of a...
First, I'd like to congratulate you for expelling the one proud of their greed. Or so I'd like to say, but something odd seems to have happened.
It wasn't our fault.
I know this, of course. However, what of the general public? It seems a contingency has occurred. At this rate, your rehabilitation cannot be completed, though I doubt that will be the case. I truly look forward to seeing how you overcome this predicament.
I feel like my bond with Igor is growing deeper. What's that? 9. Alright, so I'm getting closer to endgame. Or at least for the original story, and because once I get his maxed out, I'll pretty much be at endgame.
Alright.
I'm not gonna say exactly what happens, I'm just gonna say that much. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly what happens and all this stuff because that would ruin the story. And granted, as much as, like, I already know the story, I've already played it all the way through.
Time's up, inmate. Hurry up and return to your world.
Like, I've already played it all the way through and everything. But, I mean, I still enjoy playing this game. I still enjoy going back and playing through it again. And, I mean, honestly, this is like a extended New Game Plus for me, considering I already got myself to New Game Plus. I just never really played too much into it before. And then I ended up having to delete Persona 5 just to get space for other games that I ended up deleting later anyways. And then whenever Royale came out, I was a little bit skeptical of wanting to get it, but then after a while I just said screw it and ended up getting the Ultimate Edition. And so this is like one long-awaited New Game Plus for me, with some added, you know, with the cherry added on top, to be honest, with all the extra items and goodies and things to experience. It's literally like, I'm trying to think of an analogy and I'm fucking up with words here, and I was gonna just, honestly, it's like whenever I get a vanilla shake, and I get my shake, and then, you know, I get the whipped cream, and then all the other added stuff is the cherry, it's on top. It's pretty much really all it is. I was trying to think, I was gonna say ice cream, but like, I don't know, screw it, I just said vanilla shake, because, either way works. Regardless, it's just the cherry that's added on top to make everything all the more worthwhile. Oh god, I just realized that's gonna be on YouTube forever, me fumbling with my words. And now we're starting to lose the general public's opinion. Faith in us, or whatever. Anyways, did you hear? Kumura died. It's all over the news. He collapsed during his press conference, right? I wish I'd been watching when it happened. You're probably better off. It was a total disaster. I never imagined seeing a heart attack would be so unsettling. The news says it was because of illness, but either way you spin it, it's still bizarre. Damn, wish I'd seen it live.
Listen this time, okay?
And in this age, proletarian literature, that is literature written by the working class, did you see that interview? I thought it was gonna be some hidden camera show at first. I was so scared I changed the channel. He really looked like he was in a pain that was sick. Will you quiet down? We're in class right now. Not to mention you have midterms starting on Monday. Focus on studying. Things are getting pretty bad. Gosh, freaking dang it. You know what? Screw it. What's my phone at? Well, 94 is better than 1%, so I'll just go with it. It seems police have shown up at our school. The police, what for? Your sister hasn't told you about any of this? Nothing at all? Could this be related to Okumura's death in some way? But there's no connection between our school and Okumura Foods. Think they came to talk to Haru? She's absent today. Then seriously, what are they here for? I can't even begin to fathom the reason. Anyhow, let's be particularly careful not to stand out and head straight home once school ends. Understood? Understand that, everyone, or whatever. Honestly, it's whatever. I just want to do what I was gonna do anyways.
We haven't found anything useful as evidence.
I see.
We're hoping to find something more than the calling card, too.
We've confirmed the victim's connection to the Phantom Thieves, at least. Thank you for your cooperation.
Speaking? Huh? They found a calling card in the principal's office, too.
We never sent one to the principal.
I'm sorry to ask again, but your father hadn't said anything about the Phantom Thieves, correct?
That's right.
Please contact me if something catches your attention. It doesn't matter how trivial it seems. You don't have to force yourself, though. Just anything that comes to mind.
impossible. No one told me about that.
So basically, your group didn't go after Okumura's life. And even the death of Shujin's principal, who we found a calling card for, was the work of another. You don't sound like you're lying. If you wanted to deceive me, you could have easily woven up a much simpler lie than this metaverse. Moreover, your account coincides with my own investigation. Is that even possible if it were made up? And I hate to admit, but with my line of work, I know a false testimony when I hear one. Still, if you set your sights on Okumura based on my intel, it'd be before his name was even ranked. You could have ignored him and targeted some other famous person. Why would you go so far as to further investigate and pursue this criminal?
My teammate was in danger.
Simple enough. There's still no proof that another suspect exists. That said, it's safe enough to say that you aren't the murdering type.
I feel like my bond with Sai is growing deeper.
Alright.
Only halfway through hers thing, though.
But with the subsequent deaths of Okumura and Shujin's principal, the public's opinion changed. Pressed to prove your innocence, your next objective was... What's the matter? Is it a side effect? What in the world did the police inject into you?
My vision is starting to get distorted.
Hey, can you hear me? You need to stay focused. Don't scare me like that. If what you're saying is true, you must tell your side of the story to the end. We'll both be in trouble if your testimony becomes unreliable. Well then, let's move on. At last we arrive at your most recent crime. You know what I mean, don't you? This calling card was delivered to your latest target, the one you had decided would prove your innocence. It was addressed to Sae Nijima, myself. Now, explain everything to me.
I actually didn't think well... no, I think I was probably mixing up the order of how some of the things went in my head, but it's whatever, I guess. I think I already got to this part. Has anyone been able to contact Haru? I'm worried about her. No luck here, me either, she won't pick up. It doesn't look like she's seen any of our chats either, I'm worried about her. Can I do stuff? Okay.
Hey.
Damn it. Fine. I'll just watch the movie.
Oh!
Everybody lies. It's rodent nature.
Can you really save a patient? Without even believing them?
Of course I can. Just takes a little detective work.
Though he faces opposition from his peers, the Dr. Mouse holds fast to his convictions. He's a stubborn one, that mouse, but we've gotta admit, he solves the problem every time.
Oh!
So we finished watching Mouse MD, huh? Maybe you learned a thing or two about kindness from watching this drama. Yes, I am now apparently selfless.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Well then.
Well, it's starting to get late. Let's get to bed soon. Still, it's gonna take a lot before I can do it. Anyways, President Okumura died is just a coincidence. Is there an illness that could cause that? Nah, no way. So it was murder. That's terrifying. That this might be the biggest event of the century. Yada yada yada. And there goes more. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hello, Kun. My apologies for messaging you so early in the morning. Things have calmed down a bit at home, so I thought there was something I need to tell you. Are you alright? Yes, thank you. There's actually something that caught my attention. I think I need to discuss it with everyone, though. We should meet at the hideout after school.
It looks like Haru is managing. Somehow. Alright. Let's meet up with everyone after school.
Boom, 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 boom. Ah, Jesus Christ. Was Kumara murdered? But that was a live broadcast, wasn't it? If it wasn't an illness, then it has to be murder. Did something happen to the honor student? She seems different now. Still, I feel bad for him going out like that. A little bit of Kasumi here and there.
With this, preparations are finally in place. The public has praised them as allies of justice before they strike them back to the ground. Now then, she'll be next. Yes, I've already spoken to Human Resources about it. It will be a heavy responsibility, but I'm certain it'd be an honor for her. The culprits behind the mental shutdown cases she's been pursuing all this time. Indeed, they'll become the criminals we've set them up to be, just as you instructed.
It's so damn loud.
Where's Haru?
She's the one that called us, so she'll show up eventually.
Well, even though things have calmed down, she must be occupied with what happened to her father. Wait, what?
What's up?
People are posting that we killed President Okumura!
So it's begun already.
What?
Think about it. The CEO collapsed the way he did during an apology conference that our group caused.
Still! They were raving about us so much, and now they just treat us like murderers?
What a lightning-fast change of attitude.
They don't know a damn thing about our situation.
Calm down. Not everyone is necessarily saying that.
But there's no way to vindicate ourselves.
Haru!
I'm sorry I'm late. I'm the one who asked you all to make time for me, too.
My condolences. Must be rough.
I'm okay now. I called everyone together because there was something worrying me. Did you all target the principal?
Huh? The principal? You mean ours?
Yes.
What makes you say that?
Yesterday, a public prosecutor came to my home. It was a woman named Nijima-san.
That's...
I overheard her saying a calling card was found in the principal's office. Considering that this was right after what happened, it's got to be Shujin's.
It's the first I've heard of it!
Doesn't this all seem weird to you? It may just be my imagination, but I feel as if things are escalating far too quickly after President Okumura's incident.
What do you mean?
Perhaps we may have been set up by the real culprit.
For real?
That could be.
Then we need to catch them as soon as possible.
Hold a moment. Can we assume we've been set up, though? We don't even know their objective.
What else are we supposed to do then?
Let's all calm down for a moment. From what Haru said, even the police are suspecting that the Phantom Thieves are murderers. It wouldn't be wise to carelessly make a move at the moment. We need to act as normal students for now. In addition, we have midterms next week.
Exams? At a time like this? I envy you, Futaba. Futaba?
Got something on my mind. Gonna go home and look into it.
I wonder what that could be. At any rate, we need to behave and not draw attention to ourselves. Understood?
I don't really care.
For real?
This is ridiculous. Why are they down in the Phantom Thieves over what happened to President Kumara? They never do such a thing, isn't that right? Absolutely. Yeah, I trust them. Anyway, it seems like everyone's forgotten all that they've done up to this point. That won't stop me, though. I'll continue cheering them on. Make sure you tell them that, well, see you later.
Mishima is a bit narrow-sighted, but he's a good person deep down. We can't betray him.
Okay. Actually, this is a good opportunity for me to save the game with all of everything that happened. And take a quick little break since we're getting close to that 1 hour mark and there's a lot for me to do and everything. A lot of it is just gonna be me going through day to day, going through midterms, which I'm hoping that counts towards getting the 1 trophy. Either way, I'm hoping it does so that I don't have to worry about doing it again in New Game Plus, although I might be able to get it later, but regardless, still, that reminds me, 2 things actually. Alright.
Oh yeah.
There's a Big Bang Burger in Shibuya too. This would make me sick if I saw this after doing a food challenge. And what happened to the... Okay, I guess. It's just... whatever. Still, it's interesting. I should occasionally check out the, crane game just to see what all I can get from it. I don't think I can really do anything right now anyways, even if I wanted to. Well, I think I could still clean the store, but regardless... I need to save the game after doing that. I don't know what the hell, my mind was, like, honestly acting a little bit like Futaba's, where it was off, and then I just kind of went on doing things.
Wow!
Anyways. Well, on that note, I'm gonna end this one here, and I hope you guys are still enjoying. I shall see you all later.